gaining strength in your community. So I'm doing mine over one retreat and then fitness place in Carrollton. So the retreat is Beautifully Flawed. So that's by Bethany Hamilton, and I don't know who knows Bethany Hamilton, but Soul Surfer, and she got her arm bitten by a shark. So she throws a retreat around every year for girls between 14 and 25. So there's about 20 to 25 girls each year, and so I was lucky enough to be able to be selected 2 years in a row. So 2017 and then 2018, I got to go. And it's a retreat in California, San Diego, California. And it's 4 days, so we go and meet all the girls and have a great time. We go surfing one day with Bethany, so that's always like the highlight, I would say. Besides just being around girls who are like you in a lot of ways. So I know most of y'all know me somewhat, kind of. A lot of y'all used to know me. So if y'all haven't noticed, I have a hand difference, and so going through life, usually I'm the only one that has that. So going to a retreat that has everyone there with one is awesome. And then also the fitness place I'm an intern at this semester is called Adaptive Training Foundation. And they work with people who have physical disabilities. So whether that's an amputation, they were born that way, they have either one arm, no arms, one leg, no legs, none of all of the above. So it's called Gaining Strength Within Your Community. So total around the world, there's about 2 million people that live with limb differences, or so that's either because they were born that way or something happened to make them be that way, whichever way. So I think that's pretty cool, because if you're in just a little area, you don't know that that's so, well, common, I guess. It's still not that common, but somewhat. And especially if you have an amputation, so like, meaning like, something happened, many times that you don't know really what, like you have this life beforehand and then all of a sudden it's just cut. It's not cut, but it's like just changed, like snap of a finger. So a lot of times they have to kind of figure out how to do things that they're used to doing, so that whether that's, tying their shoe a different way, putting their hair up if they're girls, taking a shower, cooking, feeding themselves, like all the things that everyone else can just do takes a different way of approach, and it's all of a sudden turns to be very hard for them. And how you feel right after, most of the time people feel angry or lost, or they don't know what to do, which is why getting into a support group or a community who have people that are just like them are also very, very helpful, because then they realize that they're not alone and that there are people that can help them, and they realize that they're one of 2 million instead of the only one in their entire town or wherever they are. And so I know from experience that being around people that have similar differences, you can figure out how to put your hair up. I didn't know how to do that until I was like 16. So that, as well as, people take for granted how to like cut their fruit or whatever you are doing. I know for me, cutting fruit is very difficult. So if you see me cutting fruit, please help. I may not ask for it, but if you ask me if I need help, the answer is usually yes. So first you have to heal, like physically, obviously. And then after that, there's a lot of emotional healing that you have to do as well. Just kind of getting over that fact and figuring out your new life. There's a lot of healing for the family members as well, because most of the time, their family members don't expect this to happen to them, or if they were born that way, like most of the time people's ideal of happy and healthy baby is 10 fingers and 10 toes. Well, it's not always the case. And so, if you're having a baby and all of a sudden they have 8 fingers or 1 hand or whatever, that kind of throws parents for a loop, and they're like, wait a second, like, how are they going to do everything that they're supposed to be doing, and how are they going to do what their brothers and sisters are doing, and how can they go on the playground and do the monkey bars or whatever else they're trying to do. And so definitely healing both, or all three, physically, mentally, and emotionally, takes a lot of time and needs a lot of support around that. You can't just do that by yourself. So so that's what I was thinking about, talking about when I said join support groups. So if you don't have a community around you, go and create one. That's what ATF is all about. So it's Adaptive Training Foundation is what it's called. And the guy who started it was a former NFL player, and his name is David Verbola. He, like I said, was a former NFL player. He played for the Seattle Seahawks, among other teams, but that's the one I remember. And he came to Dallas and was training just regular athletes in the gym, and then came across this war vet that had no legs and only 1 arm, or no arms and no legs, and was like, something just told him that he needed to go like approach this guy and be like, hey, I really want to train you. And he was like, cool, but I have no legs and no arms, right? Like, how are you gonna do that? And he was like, I have no idea, but I'm gonna figure it out. And so together they started this gym, and it's in Carrollton, and it's for people of physical disabilities. So they have spinal cord injuries all the way to amputations. And there's a set of about 10 trainers there that work with all these different athletes. And then they have volunteer trainers as well. So this is Jamie Savage. She was born without her leg. So she had a little bitty foot that was attached when she was born, but they had to amputate it. And so she, as you can see, did all of these things. So she just got back this weekend from Spartan races, which was awesome. It's like this pretty much mud run for people with disabilities. And so she's married and has 3 boys that are all our age or older. So her youngest is actually my age. So here's what I interviewed her about. Growing up, did you have a community around you that had a limb difference?
Limb difference. No, I did not. Growing up, I knew of a few people with not necessarily limb differences, but disabilities. But no, I did not for the most part.
And now that you're in the ATF community, what does that mean?
ATF is awesome. ATF is for somebody that's lived their whole life with a difference physically. I mean, you're used to being stared at, you're looked at, pitied, made fun of, all kinds of things. But when you come here, nobody looks at you. It's completely different. It's like coming home almost. It's just a calming feeling because no one looks at you or stares or makes fun of, and they expect a lot of you. There's no excuses here. You get your work done no matter what.
And then after being around all of these people, does your sons and husband enjoy having other family members to talk to?
My husband does. He's been up here quite a bit, and he enjoys talking to people and meeting people. My boys are grown and gone. I know I don't look that old, but I'm kidding. They're gone. I think they would enjoy it too. Two of them have been up here to Sweaty Sour and thoroughly enjoyed it. But they've never treated me any differently. They don't see me as someone with a disability necessarily, because it's what they've known. It's all they've known. They've never known any different. So for what you were saying, how like you feel like you're at home, the
first time I walked in the doors, to apply to be an intern this semester, I walked in and I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And I walked up to one lady and she had a prosthetic leg and she had like LED lights wrapped around it. And I was like, this is a really strange question. I'm really sorry, but can I please take a picture of your leg? And she was like, that's not a strange question here. And what color do you want? And she changed all the different colors so I could take a picture of it. It was awesome. I was like, and this is where I belong. So, and then this is beautifully flawed. This is a retreat. And I want to, again, just another like support group that you can be a part of.
Beautifully Flawed is a retreat for young women with limb differences. We've had girls come from all over the world. It's just so cool that they can be with one another and encourage one another.
The goal for our retreat is that it would be a rehabilitative time where these girls would find purpose in the midst of all the things they've gone through, find a voice, and to heal.
I just really love bringing all these girls together to unite and encourage each other in our faith in Christ and to go forth from here and shine.
This retreat is so much fun. We stay in beach houses right on the coast. We surf. We have the most amazing food. We have listened from incredible speakers. We have small group sessions. We just bond, we joke, we laugh. It is the best time of the year. We get to take these girls surfing, and so many of them go out for the first time, come in when it's done and be like, I'm gonna surf again.
It's just fun to see everyone stepping outside their comfort zones.
My confidence is high, like I've done some things that I didn't think I'd ever be able to do. You know, I surfed yesterday.
Before my accident, I never really was into surfing at all, and then being able to actually stand up on the board was like, my face just lit up. It was so exciting.
It was my first time surfing today, and I was not expecting it to be that fun, and I really enjoyed it. I got it for 6 seconds, and I was so happy.
Some of the attention to detail that we've put into this retreat to make it so special is that we fly in an incredible chef who cooks healthy meals to teach the girls about healthy living, but then also fitness. We bring in Dustin Dilberg, who works with the girls on posture and breathing and how important that is to their rehabilitation. And we've also been able to bring in other incredible coaches who just work one-on-one with the girls, teaching them that they can do sports as an adaptive athlete. We have incredible speakers come in and share stories of inspiration with these girls. They get to meet in small groups and share amongst each other just some of the things that they've been going through, some of their struggles.
I grew up without having my arm, and it wasn't until Beautifully Flawed that I really met other women with limb loss.
I've never met many girls that have gone through limb loss, and I came not knowing anybody, being the only Australian. So it was really amazing to meet other people just like me.
I've met some of my closest friends from this group. Having that community to go to and trust.
My highlight of the week was just being around people where you didn't have to worry about what they thought about you. They just understood, if I asked someone who would go dump out my leg because it had water in it, they would completely understand.
Just love the nonchalant hangout times with other girls when we're just talking about how we do things with one arm or one leg, and to me that's really special.
It's changed my life in a way that when I walk out the door, I'm not scared of people seeing me and seeing my arm, and it's changed the way I viewed God, because he knows that I was going to go through this, but yet he still is you're strong enough to get through this.
I just love the friendship and the sisterhood here. It's they don't just listen to you, they feel you.
That group, love and acceptance and just encouragement.
It is just the most powerful relationship building, encouraging experience that I've ever been through as far as being an amputee.
And just seeing girls break out of their shell and not be so insecure, whether they're taking off their prosthetics or they're just embracing themselves as they are.
Being vulnerable and creating community and knowing God loves you creates so much healing.
One one of the biggest goals of the retreat is to create friendship and bonds so that they can like keep in touch and continue to encourage each other.
My greatest hope is that a girl that comes here is that they take away a relationship with Jesus, knowing that they are loved, they are worthy, they are cherished, and they are not defined by their scars or their limb loss.
The perspective that Jesus sees us in as perfect and complete.
This retreat is like creating an army of girls who are confident in who they are,
Feel so welcome and so included, and you're able to be vulnerable and you're able to be yourself. This is where I was meant to be. This is exactly what I needed.
God's purpose for them is incredibly meaningful and full of beautiful life that He has called us to, and that they can overcome whatever it is that they feel has been holding them back in the past.
I recommend all amputees across the globe to attend this retreat because it's like a life experience you couldn't get anywhere else.
So, I don't know if any of y'all saw my sweetheart sweatshirt there. I wear it a lot, still. But, and then I have one small group activity. So if you have longer hair and your hair is down and not in a braid or a ponytail, I need like 5 of y'all to come up here. So, Gwen, or Kelsey. Here you go. There you go. There you go. Here's one. Oh my God. So my hair's up, but I want each of y'all to try to put your hair up one-handed and see how difficult it is. Y'all can use the wall. That's what I do. Oh my God, you can use the wall? Yeah. Just figure it out. See how you can do it. That's the challenge. See how you can do it. You can use your other arm, just not your other hand. Oh, okay. I don't even know how to do that. Maybe this didn't make it easier, I don't know.
Okay, this is like racing.
I'm chopping all my hair off. I don't think that's necessary, Mom. My mouth? I feel like it's going to end up on the top of my head. Yeah, you can use your mouth. Whoever said that. How are you going to get there? Can't do those small ones.
No, I don't know how to use the wall. I can't. I don't even know how to do it.
Alright, y'all give up? Y'all give up? Yeah. You want me to show you how to do it?
Yeah. Yes. I couldn't get
So, I have a sponge holder.
Yeah. I just couldn't get my hair around.
Now that everyone's staring at me, I won't be able to do it.